Hello everyone and welcome back to day 2 of the Exsto Athena series. My name is Atlas, I'm joined by Atro, and we have the final 2 rounds of the group stage on our hands today. Atro, how you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. Glad to be casting this tournament. I think this will be my first day casting, but yeah, should be. We've got some good matches lined up, coming up. So we'll be very happy to commentate them alongside you.
Absolutely, and well, as you said, it is your first day, so just to remind everyone, if you weren't here yesterday, or if you're just joining us and you need a refresher, let's have a look at the bracket from yesterday. So I believe, yeah, so it was Coven and Schimimi, the 2 teams that went undefeated. The rest of the teams either going 1-2, or unfortunately for Poofy Pandas, 0-3.
0-3.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I believe Poofy Pandas will be on our first game today, and so they'll be looking to grab a little bit of redemption against, oh god, who are they playing?
They're going against Rapid.
Against Rapid. And then coming up after that, we have, well, a battle of the undefeated teams, Schimimi versus Coven. And so, yeah, we've got, I think, 2 very exciting matches coming up.
Yeah,
these are 2 as there are teams that are looking for different things. All of them are going to be happy with a win here.
Yeah, it's still anyone's game. I'm pretty sure Schimimi and Coven are almost guaranteed, but for these other teams,
yes,
they're fighting for those last 2 spots, right?
Yes, it's top 4, I presume, goes in, and Poofy Pandas are going to, should they manage to take the win over Rapid, it's going to go to 4 and against, I presume.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure how we're breaking ties there. But yeah, and the winner of that second game is going to lock away that illustrious top seed.
Yeah, and they'll be undefeated as well, right? Like,
yes,
but they've got 2 games left, so they could be defeated by someone else. But something tells me that Coven and Schimimi are a bit of a tear.
We're playing more than 4. Sorry, I thought we were only doing like single round robin.
Yeah, so it's 5 rounds.
Oh,
so we got two rounds left. I think.
Well, I never said I could count, did I?
Off to a great start. Well, let's take a look at the map, Vito. Let's get into the games. So let's have a look at the map, Vito. Do you want to talk us through it? We're going to Lotus.
We're going to Lotus. Now Lotus. I have mixed feelings about this map, like personally, but on a competitive level, we've seen a lot of the rise of the Vise alongside the Breach Tahoe, and so so we're going to be looking for a lot of those set plays, particularly around Rubble and around Mound, which I think people would consider to be sort of the key areas for the attackers to take in the early rounds of that Lotus game. But Poofy Pandas may have some set plays up their sleeve in order to sort of counter that. But I do believe the teams are ready, so we should be getting into game very, very soon.
Yeah, absolutely. We will just before we get there, one thing I did forget about, we do actually have a highlight reel from yesterday. So before we get into the game, let's have a quick look at that. Hello everyone and welcome to the Exsto Athena series. It's good to be getting back into things for 2025, and this is an exciting event because of course Game Changers Split 1 has just happened, but we didn't get to see any of the teams, but we will be seeing them here today.
Posey is there, yours has been made. Posey, 1, can you find 2? Posey finds 2, finds 3. Through screens, not playing shot, finds the first pick on, finds the second on Chisel, and this could be interesting now between Exsto and he found the third.
Might actually be an opportunity. Spamming through this for Archie will probably go down to just 2 bullets. She's swinging forward. Oh no, she hasn't even gotten the ace. She's lost the round. Okay, yeah, there we go. There's a kill onto Grey Cutie and another. Okay, this Skyrus getting it all done.
Oh shit.
Nice.
Oh my god! Yeah, needs to get one. Chisel does get it, and it's a 2v2 situation. Funky looking for the ace on her. A Sonali is dead. Chisel gets free, and that's a 2v1 situation. It's all up to Funky. Has to find the passing. He has to go for the right click. He's going for the right click. Are you kidding me? Oh my god! I'm losing my voice.
All right. Hope you guys enjoyed
that was a hell of a highlight reel. First time I'd seen that. But yeah, some very exciting action coming up here as we look at these two teams two teams comps. I think I got a little poem to help us out with this one. Roses are red, violets are blue, Breach and Teo coming to a ranked game near you.
Oh, love that. A little bit of slam poetry on the broadcast. Okay, I see you.
But yeah, the Breach Teo has just been extremely popular. Combining the stun and the salvos, as well as the Rolling Thunder and the Armageddon, trying to taking away basically the core counterplay of the Tejo, which is, move out of the way using the Breach. As we've got a little bit of card synergy coming out from the side of Rapid over here. Something I always make sure I have personally.
Yeah.
Let's move into the very first round of Lotus.
Yep, let's get into things. Oh, why are we not getting a game?
Here we go. You're up. You're up.
It's not the one I wanted. Hold on. Okay, we might just have to run with this. We might.
Yes, minor technical difficulties. Please stand by.
Yeah, but no problem at the end of the day, because yeah, we the overlay's working. That's the most important thing.
Yes,
but yeah, we're getting straight into
there's an early C play. Is the other important thing.
Stun out, and yeah, like you said, looks like we're seeing a little bit of aggression coming out from Poof here. Maybe first contact, shots exchange, stun to come out. That'll stop the defense in their tracks. A lot of chip damage having gone through. The first kill will go the way of the Poofy Pandas, who will be getting that first kill. Now, they will be chasing down Rapid, I would assume, who have completely flipped the map, ran back over towards the A site. Can they get that spike down and hold on to that post spot? That's the real question we have to look at now, Atro.
Yeah, as it's going to be it'll be 4v5 on the retake.
Spike planted.
But a full 4-man push coming through from the side of a 5v4 retake. God, my counting skills are not on today. The first contact is taken, the door swings open, but the chip damage now, this is where it's going to start mattering as the shots come through. Two members of Poofy Pandas go down, a third as well. And yeah, they just didn't really, and yeah, just the chip damage allowed, I believe it was Brook inside of Tree to just get 2 quick and easy frags and secure the first round for Rapid.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great round to come through, and despite the fact that they lost that first kill, they managed to turn things around, and they secure the pistol round. So good stuff coming out from the team of Rapid. Obviously, as we were saying before, Poofy Pandas have not been able to secure any wins yet. So yeah, we'll be definitely looking to see if they can get that done. So once again, seeing some aggression coming out from the defense.
Yes, as I've lost the game. Okay, here we go. There we go. We are up.
Yep, awesome. We fixed it.
Yeah, as Brook is taking first contact, but yeah, it is going to be taken down. The gun now handed. The gun has been handed over. It's going to be Jules with that one. The rest of Panda are going to be Poofy Pandas are going to look to push in now. Be careful of Shah. And it's Bam with that Vandal. The Taylor missile's going to help get that kill.
Yeah, we're really looking to Jules here. She's picked up a Bulldog, a rifle that could perhaps cause a little bit more damage here. Obviously, Poofy Panda's not going to be favored to win their eco round, but when you're holding that gun, there's definitely any chance that you might be able to.
As I believe now, Poofy Pandas is just going to opt to die to the spike. As Shah is going to use a satchel to get away. The rest of them content to go down to the spike as we now move into Poofy Panda's first fire round and the bonus round of Rapid.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they can get done here. I mean, it's... For a bonus, not too bad, actually. I mean, you got a rifle and 2 Bulldogs. The Echo could do some damage with the Sheriff.
In what world... Excuse me, in what world is a Bulldog not a rifle?
Well, I mean, it's a different rifle, but... You know,
it's well, actually, no. It falls into the same in game. It falls into the same class as the Bulldog and the Phantom.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean,
yes, it's an assault rifle. Just because
it's not one of the main two. You know, that's what I was getting at.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I'm mostly yanking a chain here, but we see actually a bit of a lower buy from the side of Poofy Pandas, a Spectre on the side of Jules. And a Bulldog on the side of Skepno.
Yeah, obviously it's not the greatest buy from Poof. You would have hoped that, given you are saved, you would hope that they would be getting a full buy to come through. But unfortunately, they do have that slightly lighter weaponry. But who knows, maybe they could make something come out of it. As for the moment, it looks like Rapid are getting ready to come in towards the C site, and Amy, she's the one waiting. She's going to have to try and shut this down. Shra flying through the air will fall, but Amy quickly does get traded. Skepno Blade coming onto the site as well. It's all down to a 4 versus 3 for Rapid. Hasn't gone excellently, but it's still serviceable, that's for sure.
The Brook, though, now on the flank. This goes now in hand. The trigger discipline, the tap. She misses the whiff. Oh no! As Echo is 1 against 4, and Poofy Pandas are going to pick up their first round on Lotus with relative ease, only dropping Amy, who was that side anchor.
Yeah, I mean, that's unlucky there for Brooke on the flank. You do have to think, if she had a rifle, maybe she gets 2, certainly at least 1. But, hey, that's good news for Poofy Pandas. They're showing some fight. They've got some bite to them as well. You know, they're not just all cute and cuddly, as their logo would suggest. You know, they can fight back, which is always good to see.
Yeah, as we see now, some more early aggression coming out from the side of Poofy Pandas, posting up the rays on top of the rubble there. And the salvo is coming through to drive them out to ensure that Poofy Pandas have full control of this A main area.
Right there.
Rapid are going to be sent... Yeah, Rapid's going to be looking towards B as the drone now comes out.
Yeah, they've got double trips on C this time. That was something I noticed, is that I don't think Amy had enough to afford the trips. Either that or they were broken by a nade. I mean, it looks like one's already been broken just by that aftershock, but yeah, I mean, the fact that Amy even got 1 there, getting Shah last round, yeah, without having any trips, that is pretty good. She's only got a Spectre this round, so, you know, still definitely some danger. We'll have to see if she can hold on to this.
Yeah, all quiet now. The time now ticking down. Rapids maybe trying to inject some players. Now with the Omen Smokes coming back. Time for the execute as Shira's gonna come in, but it's gonna get shut down by the side of Amy.
Yeah,
Hook manages to grab one.
He placed all the luck goes down as it's really down to Skepno to try and hold this back, but they might just try and stay tucked away in Waterfall as the rest of their team comes to join them. Salvos come out, and now they should be swinging together, looking to peek and take a kill. It's a 1-for-1, 2v3 for this retake, so Poofy Pandas should look posed to take this. Can Chisel and Echo say anything about it? It's all down to Chisel. 1v3. All the players ready and waiting. Fault line to come out, and it will be Skepno to take the kill. So Poofy Pandas, they've evened out the scoreline, and I believe we might be looking at a potential eco round coming up for Rapid.
Yeah, no, Rapid Economy not going to be in a good position here as the From the Shadows, not typically the highest priority in terms of ultimate, but will be grabbed here for the side of Skepno. And once that advantage was garnered on the on that site hold, and we moved into the 3v4 retake, Poofy Pandas were just easily able to just contain Rapid and make sure that they got all of the kills as cleanly as possible, only dropping one more person on the round. As we move now into round 5, but it's an eco for the side of Rapid, and they're going to be looking to rapidly move towards B.
I like that. A little bit of pun action. Do love a good pun myself. But yeah, the B site has gone quite fast, as you said. It's really down to see if Athena can manage to get this kill in heaven with a stinger. The whiffs have to have gone both ways, to have both players reloading in the open. The kill does eventually go in the direction of Athena, but Rapid are at a numbers disadvantage, although Flips managed to get one with a Sheriff over here in the baby door area. As Poofy Pandas, they really have to try and hold on to this. 3 different players coming from 3 different directions. Once again, a 1-for-1. Shra swinging out with the Sheriff. A nice shot, looking for the third, but Flip will take it. And it's a good old thrifty half bite to convert the round for Rapid.
Yeah, no, a thrifty round for the side of Rapid. That B rush paying off in spades. As Poof would just seemed very hesitant to actually get on the spike, and I think that bought the time for Rapid, because by the time Poofy started then actually pressuring the spike, which is what caused Rapid to peak out, Poofy was just in full-blown panic mode, and that's where mistakes are made. As we move now into round 6.
Yeah, just a one-way out. This is a bit of a classic play. Fortunately, Omens can play behind Mount here and just teleport out if they feel under too much pressure. And in this case, we might be seeing that soon as the little spider drone comes out. But Skepno sticks around and grabs the first kill regardless. But despite being suppressed, Rapid are not going to push the issue. They're not even going to attempt to trade. It really was just Shah out in the open.
Yeah, no, just gone completely untraded. As now the pincer may be closing. The 3 players out towards A, but the Tejo's going to be shut down. D is going to be backing off.
Yeah, excellent stuff for Rapid to just get that kill back, and with the lack of Tejo utility, you no longer have that spike denial that can be so oppressive in this comp. But with that being said, still a 4v4 could go either way, and if Rapid do choose to come in towards the C site, there is 2 players ready and waiting. Skepno has the paranoia, but the Killjoy lockdown will potentially dissuade them from sticking around too long.
Yeah, as I wonder if Skepno is going to go for the play with the From the Shadows.
Yeah, potentially.
As no, they will just opt to back off, but it's all a cunning ruse, it's all a fake. As it's going to be the B side that ends up getting hit, but the spike, can it get down in time? The plan is to get interrupted. The spike does go down, but Panda grabs 2. Everything is on Brooke. She sees 1, the trigger discipline, but Skepno turns around in time.
She almost found the perfect timing. I mean, she could have slipped through into that smoke, killed the spike planter, but I feel like in that position, surely you gotta shoot the player who's turning their back and then run into the smoke for cover, right? Who knows? Maybe the pressure just too much in that moment. I mean, you can't really blame them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with that being said, though, Poofy Pandas, they've got 4 ultimates now, and for Rapid, 3. So, you know, we could be in for a pretty chaotic rounds. There's rifles across the board, so, you know, plenty of firepower to back it up.
Yeah,
But,
no, could be in for. Is it too deep of a cut to call it a cage rule round? I'm gonna assume that yes, it is. But we see lots. Is it too deep of a cut to call it a cage rule round?
Not quite sure if I get the reference.
I don't know if you've seen Cage rule watching Valorant, but he watched like a round of Valorant that had like 5-6 ultimates in it. Had no idea what's going on. But the smoke! Ooh! There's something. Amy gets caught outside of the smoke, and that's going to give Rapid the numbers advantage. Now Poof, forcing the 4v5 on the retake.
Yeah, and they're not really anywhere close either. They've got a long way to go. This could be around looking in Rapid's favor. Of course, you've also got Echo still alive, so you've got that Armageddon, the salvos that can delay that defuse for so long. So for Poofy Pandas, I mean, it might be too late unless they decide to invest some ults of their own, but with Jules going down, surely this is never going to go their way. It's flawless from Rapid.
No, yeah, Rapid just take the jewels and win them. As the only benefit for Poofy Pandas is they didn't really commit any resources into that round. Their only loss, if you can even call it that, is that they missed out on the potential orbs after using the ults. But we see a little bit of a lower buy coming here, more of a half buy coming through from Poofy Pandas, as a look to try and potentially claw their way back into this game. Maybe leverage those ultimates to try and get back in.
Yeah. I mean, they will have a buy next round. They went for the half buy with, you know, some SMGs, a Guardian in the mix, and yeah, as you mentioned, I mean, they've still got plenty of ults to spare. Like, they could definitely make a go of this. You know, you're one off the showstopper as well. But on the other hand, Rapid, they've got a fair few of their own. Although, that is definitely the one thing that is worth noting is that I do feel like for some of the teams that we've watched yesterday and perhaps even continuing in today is that the ult usage is maybe not quite at a level yet where they're... Although, as I say that, here comes the Rolling Thunder from the attack. So, you know, I'm hoping that we will see some nice ults coming through, maybe in response, as it is still a 5v4. And there we go. There's the Rolling Thunder as Panda's going to come around the corner, but stopped in her place by Jules, who's managed to take out 2 with the Armageddon. Oh wait, that was from the defense. Okay, this is going great with Poofy Pandas. It's all down to Athena, who's not going to live much longer.
Yeah, Atlas, they heard you.
Yeah, I think they
Because the
did.
second you said that, about 5 ults got thrown in the space of about 20 seconds. But we're going to see a timeout here coming from Rapid. As they'll have to, it'll be up to them to discuss what went wrong and what they might want to change going into this next round.
Yeah, I mean, interesting that they've called it now, right? Because it's still neck and neck, but it is worth mentioning that, like, this is Lotus. It is a 3-site map where, traditionally at least, the attacker side does tend to be favored. So maybe Rapid are hoping to claw this out to a 7-5, maybe an 8-4 if things go excellently off the back of this. But yeah, I mean, it's worth discussing. Definitely, I think they could use their ults. They used the Rolling Thunder, but maybe they could have sent in Shah with the showstopper off the back of it to try and chase down anyone on site. I mean, if she had really sent it with the double satchels, there was someone who got hit by that ultimate that she could have gotten a free kill on. So definitely worth thinking about those combos of utility. And when you've got all those big ults online, it's worth using them just to try and secure a round, I reckon.
Yeah, I see personally far too many ranked Razors who will have a showstopper in a 1v1 scenario and will just take and lose the aim duel anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
what is the showstopper for if not to secure rounds exactly like that? As the shadow step is going to be interrupted, as Skepno gets interrupted. They're going to be taken down towards this mound area. Calamity for the side of Poofy Pandas. The Armageddon rolling through. The salvos now coming out, but Amy's managed to find some respite. There's not much respite longer, though, as Shah just flies through the site and takes her down. And now we're into a 3v5 situation for the side of Poofy Pandas.
Yeah, and keep your eyes on the minimap. Athena on this lurk could definitely be the nail in the coffin for Poofy Pandas in this round. Mommy Panda's not looking her direction, neither is she. A little whiffy, but it gets the job done, and it's all down to Jules. Paranoia misses, but when you've got a Spectre in a 1v5, something tells me you're not going to get much done. Shah's going to be potentially chasing this down. As, yeah, I don't think we're going to see much coming out from Jules here. I do wonder why she had a Spectre to begin with. Maybe just carried it over from the last round? I think maybe that's why.
I'd say yes when it comes to that, but it looks like Jules is not going to be left alive. Here, I stand corrected, though, as they're looking for more. They'll manage to get 2 exit frags there, pick up the gun. Will they? Oh, they'll peek it. The peek out comes through, and Brooke is eventually going to shut down Jules. But that's 2 more kills than I think we were both expecting her to get, or them to get. I'm not quite sure which.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely good for getting that Armageddon online. You know, potentially one more time before the end of the half. And for Rapid, I mean, it's not the end of the world, right? They've got, you know, enough money to buy rifles again, and they'll have enough money to buy again next round as well, regardless of what happens this time. Whereas for the side of Poofy, maybe if Jules could have gotten away with that rifle, maybe they could have gotten all 5 of them having guns, as opposed to this weird sort of half-buy that they've ended up with. But yeah, I don't know. What do you reckon?
Yeah, no, I think they're just trying to sort of keep their economy intact for the half, but I question whether that's a good idea when it might just end up losing you rounds. But meanwhile, Aina now looking towards this link area, Skepnoblade on the other side of this smoke. The peak is taken in the fight. Brief exchange of bullets.
Yeah, nothing
more to be had.
But now with the regroup from Rapid, they're all here towards A. Might not be the best read, considering there is 3 players kind of in close-ish proximity, but with Jules repositioning around to join hands with Skepno, maybe Rapid will have just a bit of a moment to try and get on the side and get that bomb down, but Shra's gone straight into the waiting arms of Panda, traded by Aina, but that spike has gone down now, ready for the retake, but Jules has been stopped, and now it's 4 versus 3. Flip to find Skepno, AGRC, Aina, 3 on the round. And for Amy, with just a stinger, I don't think she's gonna find much more here.
Yeah, no, just like some small mistakes in the Angels there as the Vandal is recovered, the peak not willing to be taken, and Amy, I don't know if she got caught on the iPad, but yeah, definitely unaware of Brooke as Rapid managed to close out this 6th round as they look to try and gain an advantage going into the second half by securing at least one more round.
Yeah, I mean, they've definitely got a good chance to here. That timeout must have paid dividends. I mean, clearly, they've won the 2 rounds off the back of it, and as I mentioned, you're potentially looking to try and get a, you know, 8-4 here on your attack. You'd be definitely quite happy with that. We're going to see some aggression here towards C Mound, but Rapid have just mopped it up here. Wasn't even close. 2v5 now. I don't think Poofy Pandas are going to have much of a go in this one.
Yeah, no, just the player's taken down, and credit to Rapid. They're doing their due diligence here, like pushing into the site as they would a full site. But now it's going to be that spike going down, and Amy and Jules perhaps just looking to save into the next.
Yeah, I mean, I think they just have to save here. I mean, Jules is the only one that could buy and again, but I feel like she should just hold on to this rifle and then maybe drop her teammates another one. Because like next round is the last round on the half, so you gotta want to have as good of a chance as possible. But no, it looks like they're just gonna go for it. An Echo has finally entered the game with a 3-piece. I was thinking about bringing it up, but they were on 0 kills before that round. But they've entered the game. They are definitely a player that has the potential to start popping off.
As unsurprisingly, Poofy are going to take a timeout here. And yeah, Echo, I definitely wouldn't suspect any of these players to be passengers on purpose in these games. Echo just probably having a few duels just not go their way, but when they're given the opportunity to go off on that round like that, they definitely took it. So they grabbed one of the kills in that scuffle around Mound, and then closed out the round in style.
Yeah.
We see. I don't quite know who is. It's Shah aiming up at the teammate, but
yes,
we're in freeze because we're in freeze time.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see what can come out of this. There's only one round left to claim for Poofy Pandas, and if they can make it a 7-5, I reckon that they'll be okay with it. I mean, it's one of these weird situations where if you look at just the kills, you'd think, surely this isn't even close, right? I mean, if you look at the kills on Rapid, for the most part, it's, decently further ahead compared to Poofy Pandas. But surprisingly, it's still only 3 rounds separating these teams. Definitely all the chance for either team to take it, as once again aggression finally go in the way of Poofy Pandas, as they should be able to escape from this, although as I say that, the showstopper I think was just wasted. That's a tool that you're going to be missing at this point, but you still got the From the Shadows, if that counts for much.
It's still an ultimate, as Poofy Pandas are now going to be content to let Rapid on the side and move into this 5v4 retake. But Amy now just taking the contact, no trade in sight.
Oh, looks
and
like
Shah is feeling herself
in alongside Echo. Yeah, I mean that's maybe a little unfortunate. Of course, we're seeing Jules. She's just snuck through and found Chisel.
No, the timing.
Oh, there's a great fault line coming through from G to get that stun off, as now the salvos should be forcing Rapid into a rather uncomfortable position, but Aina manages to get to, just spamming through the smoke. The salvos on the side of Rapid doing a whole lot as well. 3 on the round for Aina, down to a 1v1, but it will be Echo to finish things off.
Yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of how Poofy Pandas finished out that round. They threw out both the the Taeho nade and the paranoia at the same time. And Rapids would have been able to note that, so they would have known, they would have been under no pressure. As it would have been known that Poofy Pandas were not on that spike. But alas, the round does go the way of Rapid, as now we move up to an 8-4 scoreline. As we move into the second half, this pistol round going to be very important for both teams.
Yeah, I mean, any comeback, as we always like to say, starts with a pistol. So, if Poofy Pandas could potentially take this one, then by all means, it could easily get that much closer. Looks like they might be wanting to go for this fast C hit into the Killjoy setup. All that util has been expended, so would you choose to reconsider their options and maybe come back to C later? They would have an easier time, but for now, they're just going to hit the go button. 4 players ready and waiting, and Aina looking to come out on the flank, but we'll get back to that later, as the spike is going to get planted. No salvos to try and delay it. It will just go down, but it is planted in a safe position. So that post-plant, it's going to have to be played on site for the most part.
Yeah, as we see now the fault line coming out from G, but the missiles and the fault line means D has absolutely no more say in this round, and Shah is just going forward. Skepnoblade managed to grab one back, but Echo's going to trade him out. Aina, though, crunching them from that B link area. And Poofy Pandas are going to go down in this pistol. Rapid, moving up to 9.
Yeah, I mean, that was an excellent retake. As let's have a look at the replay. The stun and salvo combo just absolutely screwed Chi. I mean, you're not staying alive there. This play, I mean, bold from Shra. She could have maybe just tried to stay up top. And then, of course, that flank came in from Aina to mop things up. Such a nice fashion. Honestly, that was about as good as it could have gone for Rapid on that retake. All the players in tandem. Util was beautiful. So now they will be rewarded by taking this anti-eco round. And, well, I say taking it as in, like, they've got guns. Who knows, we might see a crazy thrifty round. It's happened before. Oh, don't know what's happened there. We're back.
We're back.
Yes. Yeah, some weird stuff going on with the capture cards sometimes. But all good. We're back. We didn't lose it for too long. We haven't missed anything. It's just Poofy Pandas, once again, taking this mound control, but from Brook, a little bit more discipline, perhaps, on that Killjoy utility. Although, with that being said, maybe she just didn't buy the Nano Swarms? I don't know. Did she? I mean, she's clearly got an alarm bot out. That hasn't been triggered yet, so I don't know if she triggered Nano Swarms earlier or if she just didn't buy them, but regardless, there's still that alarm bot to tell Rapid that no one has made their way onto site just yet. We're really just sitting at a stalemate here, aren't we?
Yep, not much happening in this.
Yeah, well, that's all changing now as that alarm bot finally gets triggered, but an immediate paranoia and salvos to hold them back, and now I think Poofy Pandas might be reconsidering heading back towards the B site, which, I mean, take it any way you will, it's going to be pretty difficult with all these players nearby. Echo managing to get some with a ghost of all things when you've got weapons. You don't want to see the pistol being getting the kills.
As
yeah,
the clock now is just going to run down and Rapid move up to 10. Poofy Pandas though, not really their round to win, so we'll have to see if they can try and kick back and see what they can grab.
Yeah, honestly, that round kind of felt like a slowly deflating balloon. Like, it didn't go out with a bang, it just slowly petered out as they kind of just sat there the whole time. Eventually did try and go for an execute, but then nothing really came out of it. But like you said, right, they weren't expected to win, but, you know, I'd love to see a little bit more proactivity, perhaps, as it looks like that's what we're seeing over towards the A site, but it will be Skepno to grab that first kill onto Aina and get on out of there as well. That's a perfect play from Poofy Pandas to get that first kill and get out, so they'll be looking good in this round to potentially take it. Although, with G losing that long-range fight to a Spectre, now you got to start asking the question of, can they do it? I mean, it's even numbers. You've still got better weapons for the most part. Oh,
but there's no control over the map, as Amy is just going to be found trying to clear out the turret and shut down. Echo doesn't find Jules, but Jules revealing herself with that shot on the Guardian. She's going to use the opportunity to get the hell out of dodge. Panda.
Yeah, but I feel like surely Jules should have gone for a trade or like been there with Amy. You gotta question that one. It started so well, but it's kind of gone a little sideways. But hey, a little consolation prize if they do choose to hit in towards the C site. There is no one immediately nearby. But with that being said, all of Rapid is now funneling their way through into Waterfall. So this is going to be a pretty tough one to hold on to in this 4 versus 3. Spike now.
Yeah, as now the missiles and the fault line come through.
Yeah, so much delay. This flood retake is absolutely perfect to begin with. It's all down to Panda, the Rays player, absolutely overwhelmed and surrounded. 4-11 to Rapid is looks like they might be running away with this, Atro.
Yeah, no, with the bonus converted from Rapid, that was just such an important round for Poofy. And the timeout is called, but how do you get back into this game?
Yeah, no idea. That's, I mean, they had the first blood. I feel like it started so well for them, right? But then it was just that weird play on B where I mean, for a start, Amy was kind of whiffing on that turret. I mean, we gotta say how it was. It was a little unfortunate.
That happens to the best of us. I believe me. The other day, I think I was whiffing on like just a cipher trip or something.
Oh no! Oh, I hate those cyber trips though. Like sometimes you get those really weird ones where they're like,
no, this was one that was really easy to shoot.
Oh.
I was just whiffing.
Oh dear.
I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about it any further.
Yeah, we won't dwell on it for too long. But yeah, I mean,
But
Jules should have really been with Amy there. I feel like they should have been holding that together, or at least being ready to swing off one another. But yeah, it just didn't.
yeah,
happen
as we see now, the low buy coming through for the side of Poofy Pandas: a Stinger, a Sheriff, 2 Spectres, and a Ghost.
Yeah, I mean,
As that sounds like a graveyard, a bee, and a law enforcement individual. Okay, that joke kind of fell flat at the end.
yeah, some references I definitely did not get in there.
Well, specters and ghosts, graveyards. That one's
Oh,
pretty
okay.
self-explanatory,
Yeah,
I
no,
see.
I get
And
it.
then a stinger, as in a bee, like a bee's stinger. But yeah, I couldn't find anything snappy for the 5th one. But moving to one side, my terrible sense of humor. It appears to be a little bit of a default with some preference toward that A pressure from the side of Poofy Pandas, where we see Amy looking for this pick, but they're going to be spotted by the turret. As doing the turret dance is Amy.
She
And
didn't
she's going to be
die
able
this
to
time.
take that down.
She won the fight against the turret. Let's go. We'll have to keep an eye on that though, because if she does choose to swing it to B, there's 2 people waiting for it, and it looks like, oh, I think contact was just made for a second there. You can see the pings coming out on the minimap, and Echo now holding this angle. Looks like the salvos might come out to try and force her into the open, but the dark
The side is going to be claimed,
out.
but Jules caught with util, I believe, the knife out, and now the paranoia to come through. But the Pandas are aware of this. Breach charge to come through, but the spike has been left on B. They may have open access to that A site. They're out of time, and with no bodies on the floor where they need it, the operator shot is going to go wide. The spike plant is going to come in. The stun to come through and delay. As now we're into 2v3 now. Everything though onto Amy. The Armageddon held out, but it's going to be the Molly that is committed instead. The special delivery is a special delivery. Hold that thought! Hold that thought, Amy! With just the ghost! Making
She won the
me
fights
look
against the
like
turrets, and
a
she wins the
fool.
fights as well. Oh no! There's no way she's just gonna done it.
Oh my god. Hello, tomorrow's highlight reel. As
Sticks right by.
as Amy, with that ghost, just goes, well, I've got nothing else to do but swing and take those jewels. And take those jewels she did. She gives Pandas a lifeline in this game. And we'll see if they are able to use it well.
Yeah, I mean, incredible stuff to come out there. I was honestly ready to start joking about the fact that if she did lose that, she would have been on Pi. But instead she doubled her kills, so...
No pie for you today, Atlas.
No, well, still plenty of time left in the next map to potentially have that come out. But it's fine. I ate my dinner today at a normal time, unlike yesterday where I was eating it in between the maps.
I
focusing back.
unfortunately think that's going to have to be me today.
Oh, no.
Don't be like me. Those of
Eat
you
your
in the
food at
chat.
regular
As now,
times.
as Amy now is 2-1 in the matchup with the turret.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, in that last round, she broke the turret twice. I was so proud of her. And then she went and won a 1v3 with a ghost. And I was like, oh my god, she beat the operator, she beat the turret, she beat the rifles. It's just crazy. But anyways, finally,
Hold
we're
that
seeing
thought,
some...
as Pandas showstoppers coming in.
Yeah. Oh, no. Where's it gone? Okay, we're back.
Oh dear. The B side is going to be taken by the Pandas. That spike is going to go down, and this retake's probably going to be tough for the side of Rapid. You can see they're on a bit of a low by a Stinger and a Guardian. That Stinger, though, has been upgraded. The contact may be about to be taken. Skepno Blade. Was starting to come through. But Aina just unable to get any work done. The suppressed and Aina grabs 3. Skepno manages to grab 1 back, but Amy is still good. We now move into the 2v2. The special delivery isn't going to be delivered. Isn't gonna have no return address. And Skepno Blade, with the help of Amy, is going to lock down this round. And this game's not over yet.
Yeah, this is what we needed to see from the Poofy Pandas. I mean, a lot of it thanks to Skepno here. I mean, clearly a step above the rest in the performance at this moment in time. But, I mean, they've done it. They've managed to knock Rapid down to a eco round here. Just going to be pulling out the sheriffs and 1 stinger. So, you know, Poofy Pandas should be looking happy to take this one, especially if they choose to invest some of these ultimates.
As the fault line plus the salvo is going to come through. And Rapid are going to look for some early aggression on this eco, but not finding anything.
Yeah, but Brooke's getting pretty active on this flank, but she's swung into 3 people by the look of things. And, well, it looks like Poofy Pandas might be coming back into the stack towards mid. I don't know if they'll end up clearing it or if they're just going to run past and try and hit A. Looks like they're little indecisive here, running around and spawn, but they've finally been spotted. Echo's going to be the one to take the kill.
Last player standing.
That's very important. That was a showstopper from Shah that just got taken down. That ultimate now not available for a few rounds.
I mean, that's an expensive one. Was it 8 or 9 cost ult, and you use it on an eco? That's a bit of a rough decision there, and I mean, it's given Poofy Pandas a perfect way to now finish this off. We might see Amy going down from this flank, but surely... I mean, we've seen a 1v3 with a ghost. A Sting is, generally speaking, better than a ghost, so maybe Aina could make something out of this, upgrading over to the rifle. But
yeah, but we look at the if we look at the economy of the side of Rapid here, Aina does not have much in the way of cash. But it looks like she's going to be going for it anyway. The Shadow Step, trying to create some confusion.
Yeah, they think she might have TP'd into that smoke, but nope, she's just creeping on in. With all these players stacked up, not a chance. Panda is going to come away with 3 kills, and, well, Pandas, they're bringing us that much closer here.
I'll lead.
No, yeah, and now, yeah, Rapid now going to be grabbing a timeout, but as we look here, I'm looking at that scoreboard and I'm noticing one thing. Are you seeing this too, Atlas?
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing that Skepno has got quite a few. Is there anything
the alt economy,
Atlas? Oh, yes. Oh, that's what you were looking at. Yes, yeah. Poofy Pandas, they've got a few of them.
Yeah, and while Brooke is going to be 1 away from that lockdown, I believe we are past the patch where the lockdown gets one-shot by the guided salvos.
Yeah.
Thankfully. We were able to tune that ultimate. But the Armageddon's still available, though I'm unsure if you would want to commit a whole Armageddon just to destroy a lockdown.
Yeah, I mean, it'll really be down to Poofy Pandas to maybe try and prevent that lockdown from coming online. We'll have to see if Rapid will try and go for any ult orb plays. I mean, we're seeing pings kind of all over the map. Maybe they're going to go for some fake aggression on A and then try and sneak out on C to get the ult orb. Or you could just go for full C aggression. Obviously, that orb next to Mound can be pretty accessible for the defense if you well and truly invest the util into taking it. Because maybe that's what we're going to see. No, okay, it's just the one way. And Aina holding that once again is Poofy Pandas. An interesting thing about the way they've been playing this attack side is that they kind of just sit there for a while, right? Like,
yeah, no, I mean, it's sort of a let your opponent make the mistakes and punish them for it, and it's been working so far as Rapid have been making a decent amount of mistakes Although I'm not sure how much of a mistake you could call that Ghost 1v3. Sometimes the enemy does just in fact go insane, but yeah, we see a heavy default, and that means rubble control has been garnered by Rapid, as now they're going to challenge on the back, and the dink comes through. The flash comes through. Shah grabs 2.
This is what Rapid needed. A good start in a round, finally. Jules low on HP as well, as he's just going to be able to grab that spike and get out. But in a 3v5, where do you go? No matter which direction you choose, there'll definitely be someone waiting, and with only 30 seconds left, you gotta commit as well. Seems like C-Site is the eventual decision as Jules takes the fight. She's the one on low HP. She'll go down to just 2 body shots.
I have the spike.
And now I think this round is pretty chalked. I don't think we're gonna be seeing much of a resurgence. 9 seconds left. Paranoia in hand for Aina. I think this one's over. We're just going to see a save.
Yes, as the save is going to come through. The Paranoia gets thrown out. But Panda's going to pick up Aina. The breach charge has come through and is not going to find any joy. Will strip all of the armor off the side of D. G? Is that a D or a G? I actually can't
I think
read.
it's meant to be D, but it's showing as G on the overlay for whatever reason. So
it is meant to be. Yes, it's meant to be D, but it's showing as G on the overlay. Now that's confusing.
I mean, no problem. It happens. I'm just happy it's working, to be honest. We had a bit of a mess up yesterday. If you were watching any of the streams, I think TJ's one was the only one that went smoothly. But hey,
yeah, we haven't been going too smooth. Yeah, we haven't been going too smooth either. Just hold that thought. There's a rolling thunder.
Yeah,
it's going to be sunk into, well, absolutely nobody, but Poofy Pandas don't know that. They're just going to take the site now, and are they considering Link? As Jules is going to take a shot in the back from Link. And Echo swings out and grabs 2.
It's all down to Amy and Panda. Of course, Panda having made her way up to heaven. It's all down to her. Position known, flank compromised, and well, this might be all she wrote for, because that defuse is coming through, and there is nothing Panda can do about it. Oh, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's the kind of scenario that I'm faced with when my ranked teammates say, "Oh, why didn't you peek?" And that's the scenario I was looking at.
Yeah, that was quite the bucket load of util coming her way. I mean, obviously it was like, what, 1v4, 1v5, so it's like pretty unlikely she would have won it regardless, but still, it will be 7-13 going the way of a Rapid.
Yeah, no, the Poofy Pandas, though, did put in a good effort. I think they can definitely walk away with their heads held high. Especially Amy. She came up, she wasn't having the best of games, but she came up clutch and gave the Pandas a lifeline. So they can all definitely be proud. Rapid, however, going to move to 2-2 and solidify their chances of making those playoffs. As,
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be everything for this first map. Of course, we do have one final game here in the group stages for Group 1, of which is probably the most anticipated match of the stage. It's the 2 undefeated teams going against each other today, and there can only be one that comes out on top. So we're going to go to a quick break while we go and check up on the other games and see where everything's at. But once we have those all done and dusted and all the players are in the lobby ready to go, we will be right back after this break. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Exsto Athena series group stages. It is round 5 of group 1 and this is the creme de la creme of the matches that we have to play here in this group. It is Schimimi versus Coven. Are you looking forward to this, Atro?
I certainly am, as both teams have gone completely undefeated at this tournament so far, and I believe both teams coming off the back of big wins in the first game today, as Schimimi converting a what I can only a 13-2 win over, I presume, one of Brat Division or Fearless. And Schimimi, I think, also grabbing a dominant win. So these teams going. So both of these teams probably going to be going into this next matchup with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when both teams have just won a 13-1 and a 13-2, like respectively, that is absolutely insane. But let's have a look at the map veto. As we're going to be going to Haven, another 3-site bomb map for us to, cast today and see what these teams have to show. And I honestly cannot wait to see, one, what the matchup is as far as like new meta versus old meta. Are we going to see Jet? Are we going to see Chamber? Are we going to maybe see something a little new with Teo Breach? I honestly would expect it at this point with the amount of Teo Breach that we have seen. But yeah, honestly, this could go either way.
Yes, definitely. As Haven, I would say typically it's a typical Sentinel, like a typical Sentinel pick would be the Cypher rather than the Vise. Those tripwires, especially towards the C and the B side, are just so strong. But the Breach and the Tejo, definitely viable options. A lot of good Armageddons available. I don't remember if I've seen any VCT of this particular map recently, but we see here, it's Breach Tejo plus a Cypher with an Omen for good measure, and a Jet. Not locked yet, so plans could change, but that looks like what the comp is going to be for the side of who's defending? Who's defending?
It is Coven on defense and Schmimi on...
For the side of Coven, as Schmimi. I saw a Waylay briefly get hovered, but now with a Jet locked in, we see the Breach has come out, the Sova being hovered. I wouldn't mind this instead of the Tejo, and it will be locked in, favoring the info over the raw, pardon the pun, explosive power of the Tejo. But otherwise, these teams remaining in that mirrored comp, and also that Sova definitely going to help deal with the Cypher. The shock darts can be used very effectively against the trips.
Yeah, this is 100% going to be a battle of old versus new in a way, right? Like if we're looking at the comp that Schmimi are playing, like this is a comp that's tried and true. Obviously, it would have been a Killjoy back in the day, but swap to Cypher, the more sort of pseudo-modern. Cypher's been getting played on Haven for a while now, ever since he got buffed. But on the other side of things, swapping out the Sova for the Teo, like you said, I mean, it's definitely a sacrifice of recon versus post-plant and pure oppressive utility with those salvos. But yeah, I'm honestly very intrigued to see how this goes. Now, unfortunately, I'm looking at my second monitor over here, and unfortunately, we are going to have to go to our not as nice overlay for this game.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, we're not getting updates for whatever reason. So we will be going to that in just a second.
And don't worry, Riot, the small indie company, will fix their UI eventually.
Hopefully.
I jest, but yeah.
I mean, it's not even the Riot UI, to be honest. It's fully made by us, but there's some things out of our control as to if we get events or not, and unfortunately, we're not going to be getting any game events on the good overlay, so we're going to have to deal with this one, but regardless, that's all good. We're going into this match where Schimimi are going to be on the attack, and Az is looking to creep up towards mid to start things off, but it will be pretty slow for the most part. Of course, we got Barbie here ready and waiting. Drone going to be sent out. That'll clear her position. There's no trips or anything. Fault line is almost certainly going to connect. And it's actually Schimimi are going to decide to reconsider and come in towards the B site. Radiant Rice has found a kill over towards A Sewers, and that's going to call over the rest of the team to rotate back over. The 1-for-1 towards mid that fortunately we weren't quite able to catch, but looks like we are going to be seeing this A pick come through at your...
Yeah, as now Shimimi's going to dash on the side, Az is going to be taking up that L position. Sunny is tasked with planting down that spike. But with the numbers disadvantage here, I don't know how much util that Coven has on board. But yeah, they're just gonna have to dry peek out, and it's gonna go 50. It's gonna go reasonably, but unfortunately now into the 1v2 with the fall line now available. The frag comes out, but Izana is good for the final trade, and Schimimi are gonna draw first blood.
Yep, that's how the cookie crumbles there. They had the first kill and they kind of rolled with it. Obviously, it came down to that 1v1, which, I mean, it was just a fraction of a second. It was quickly traded, so it wasn't like a proper 1v1. But yeah, definitely getting that first kill, hugely benefiting them. But yeah, I mean, obviously they're going to have the guns now. Bit of an advantage coming into this. We'll have to see what they can get done here.
Yes, I apologize for any. Hold that thought. Sonali has just found a Radiant Rice with the salvos.
Yeah,
how'd
was that like a
happen?
stun? I think maybe a stun came through from B, and then the salvos just caught them out in the open. Possibly, not actually sure, but I mean that's a way to get a first kill. I mean, immediately showing some of the ability of picking that Tejo into this map.
Yeah. As I was saying earlier, you'll have to apologize for any background noise on my end. My dog is not very happy about the fact that my door is closed, so you may hear her barking a little bit.
She wants to watch as well, you know. This is as we've been mentioning, like an excellent game to come into. But yeah. For now, the spike is going to have gotten planted, and we're going to see a 4v5 retake where Coven are definitely, even though they've got the numbers advantage, still not in a great position as far as the weapons are concerned. Mostly just pistols for the most part. Solo's going to come out again as they're going to be fighting directly into Az, who's missing all the shots. Hold on a second. This is suddenly looking a little bit more doable. Rifles available to get picked up. But Ray Cutie holding the line, and it's only Cozy left. Only has a classic. Oh, gets one on the exit. So an incredibly expensive round at the end of the day. Only one Vandal gonna be pulled through for Schimimi. But still, they do manage to hold on to the round.
That they do. But yeah, it's going to be a very expensive round for the side of Schimimi. They're going to struggle to put together a buy, and they might actually... You can see Radiant Rice here looking to force up. We'll have to see how that works out for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's just... They're still playing the bonus, right? They're like investing into the sheriffs, but... I mean, whether they'll be able to get much done with it is another question, as he's being, you know, an excellent duelist, so at least that's the player with the rifle. But I mean, with that first blood going the way of Coven, I feel like it's going to be an uphill road into even having a chance at taking this round.
Definitely, but apologies, we'll have to see what they can do.
Yeah, for now, just regrouping towards mid. as they have done in the previous 2 rounds, they're quite happy to play the slow game here on Haven, as is, you know, fairly typical. Send out that recon bolt towards the back of B. It's not going to see anyone, so maybe they might decide to come in, but the vault line's being held, and I'm sure that they're just waiting to hear that entry sound as there's tailwind straight into the crosshair of Rosie, and Denali's gotten 2 with the salvos. How's that happened?
Well, when you stand in the salvos while they're exploding, you take damage, and if you take enough damage, you die. I jest though, as just the clock having run down, as the push comes through, and there's just no smokes on the side of Coven. There's no cover provided. They just get caught in the missiles and taken down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe was it Sunny, the one who went down first? Maybe that's why they didn't have smokes. I'm not entirely sure, but certainly not ideal, that's for sure. It's now Dark going to be broken over towards a long. Looks like that's where most of Schimimi wants to head, at least to the start of this attacking default, whether it's going to be a full execute, leaving the Cypher behind to lurk, or if it's just going to be a bit of exploration to start things off remains to be seen, but it's drawn out a dark cover as waiting for Azana to take the swing with her. Azana will manage to convert it over onto Carino. Is now the entry out into the site. Well-placed paranoia. That will reward Sonali with a 2-piece. Traded by Azana, but Fungi still around, still fighting on the site. But Azana has gotten 4 on for the ace, but down she goes. And it's all down to Radiant Rice, the lurk, the backstab, and she manages to convert it. Schimimi will take the round.
Yeah, no, well played there from the side of Izana, managing to grab 4. And yeah, I mean, there's not much to analyze in that round apart from that. Just Izana going crazy. They're gonna have the Hunter's Fury now as we move. Sorry, we're gonna have the Hunter's Fury coming in to this next round, but Sonali with the Armageddon perhaps ready in response.
Yeah, definitely can deny that plant for a fair amount of time, to be honest. I mean, the salvos with the Armageddon as well in the back pocket, and then of course you got your Aftershock. If Breach is nearby, and then you send in a Paranoia, you could get a pretty heavy Flood retake stardom with all that util. We'll have to see if that'll come to fruition at any point, or if maybe some of these early duels will go the way of Coven. I'm sure that's what they're going to be hoping for, is they've fallen behind a little bit here. At least they've got the rifles, but they're not ready for Az, who's just creeped all the way forward. Carino's still here, fighting on the site, but too many targets and not enough help. Ray Cutie will take them down. The Lurk's gotten a kill towards mid, and it's all down to 2 versus 5. That's going to be a rough one, I reckon.
Yeah, no, not looking good for Coven here. This A retake also can be so difficult, as the call might be too safe.
Scanning ahead.
Yeah, I mean,
the recon now coming out, but hold that thought as Fungi has found 1.
Yeah, it was a nice shot, but immediately traded by Radiant Rise, and Barbie will fall as well. So, yeah, unfortunate there. It will not be going the way of Schimimi. We're going to be getting a timeout now for Coven.
Yeah, is Coven going to be the ones to take the time out? As, they haven't been able to find a solution to the Schimimi attack apart from 1 round. So they'll have to consolidate and see what they can do. On the side of Schimimi, they will be looking to try and, I guess, predict what Coven's counter is going to be,
Yeah,
as the coaches get involved to try and turn the tide of this game.
Yeah, I mean, for Coven, I feel like they're just losing those players on the site. I feel like their comp is very much designed around stalling the plant, right? They're going to be playing a massive part in that. But if you can stall the plant long enough to get those rotating players over and then you go for a flood retake, I feel like that's where they're going to excel. But instead, just in those last 2 rounds, they've had site anchors unfortunately go down with the ship, and then maybe you're lacking a little bit of either util or firepower, either or. I mean, yeah, it really hasn't been going great for them, but we'll see if they can make a recovery here as they go in for a little bit of an aggressive play now on the eco, pushing out of A long, and well, there's only one player to receive it. Whether it was seen or not, spotted by that hammer, I'm not entirely sure, but the kill has gone through from the defense, just from Barbie pushing forward. She's upgraded to a rifle. And with the neural theft as well, it's revealed all the positions, and she's actually on a bit of an island where she's surprisingly quite safe. Funky has gotten one as well. Hold on a second, this is suddenly looking a little more doable for this eco round. The backstab comes in, and it's a 4 kill for Barbie, the Cypher player, doing everything for this round. A thrifty win for Coven.
A little bit of a party Armageddon. As Barbie just wasn't expected to go well. I guess that insane, but yeah, that long position goes uncleared, and Schimimi just didn't have the protocols in place. To deal with it. So yeah, some big ults committed though on that round. And so now it's going to be Schimimi who have all of those ults to their name, and we'll see what exactly they want to do with them.
Yeah, ults economy, like you said, in favor of Schimimi, but I feel like it was perfectly reasonable for those ults to be invested by Coven there on their eco just to win that round. They'll definitely be getting them online again, given it's still quite early on in this first half. So, I mean, I definitely commend them for that. Excellent play from Barbie as well. I mean, I remember watching her yesterday. She's been an incredibly solid player.
Indeed, she has. As now, Schimimi are going to be looking towards long. See what they can get done. Radiant Rice not liking all the pressure on towards A. Funky dodges the fault line, and Barbie's going to be the one to pick up Sunny. A big first pick for the side of Coven.
Yeah, excellent stuff, playing off each other, holding on to Garage, not letting anyone in. As I just saw on the minimap, I believe this A main aggression has been revealed just from the cybercam. So whether they stick around or not is another question, but I don't think Schimimi particularly want to go back into it. Aftershock almost deals with that drone in Sova, and well, still seems to look like oh, actually a fight going down on the flank here. Oh, and it certainly hasn't gone the way of Schimimi's Sonali come away with a 3-piece.
Yeah, no, just Coven. They've started finding those answers that they'd been lacking in the first few rounds. And Sonali is really stepping up here. I will say that a couple of those kills were just straight up util kills. Courtesy of the existence of Tejo.
This goes here.
But they're definitely starting to come online in this game. So it's going to be, and so now we're going to be looking to players like Sunny, like Az, to see if they can start making a big impact on this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, just going to be a slow start here, and I do gotta say, I love this confidence coming out from Coven. I mean, they are just every round sending it out of A main. I feel like Schimimi definitely aware of it, but they're not really doing a whole lot to deal with it. I mean, you really can't let your Cypher fight against 2 or 3 players on their own. So yeah, once again, it's just going to be a C hit where the Cypher is going to be under pressure on the flank. Once again, they're going to go down. Radiant Rise just unable to hold their own.
My ult's ready.
Let's hold on a second. Az and Sunny, one of those players you mentioned having to step up a little bit, have made this round doable despite the flank going down, despite losing that first kill, and the Avs still alive and kicking.
Spike
Never
planted.
mind, traded, but still a 2 versus 2. Rolling Thunder available, whether that gets invested now to try and deal with these players coming out of Garage, or if it's just going to be used to deny a
Last player
defuse.
standing.
Who knows? I think it's just going to be held on for now. As Sunny will play Ring around the Rosie,
Last
around
player
the boxes. She will fall. As it's all down to Ray Cutie. Just a tap for now. That's going to draw out the Rolling Thunder. Is there enough time here for Fungi? Still looking to duel. Great flash to come out, and not even another tap yet. Nothing being held. A jump peek will reveal, and I don't think there's enough time for Fungi. Ray Cutie just needs to keep dancing in and out. This has been beautifully played.
Dear me. Oh, that's a tilter.
Yeah, that's a little rough considering it was against a sort of half buy from Schimimi. Coven just unable to hold on to it, really.
Yeah, no, and yes, really well played by the side of Ray QT.
That goes there.
And yeah, just this eco from the side of Schimimi going to be converted. As Coven, they'll still have money to buy, courtesy of the couple of rounds they have managed to stitch together. But
Yeah,
it's
an
looking like
operator.
it's looking like we're heating up into a very, very good game. Carino's got this operator on long, and he's gonna find one.
Yeah, definitely a great start. And even better for the defense, as Sunny has just kind of donated themselves there. But as I say, that Hunter's Fury grabs a quick trade. That's an operator you no longer have to deal with. So well placed there. So now we look to this garage fight where only a wall separating these two players. Drone gonna reveal that position, and Radiant Rise is gonna get the hell out of there. Or actually, maybe stick around a little longer. I imagine she's gonna become the lurk, the backstab, perhaps later on in the round if Schimimi do decide to come in towards A. But they have 2 trips to contend with. Fault line and maybe some shocks available, not too sure. But even
Getting
if they
those
do have the
salvos
shocks,
ready.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, well they've been extended,
seconds
so
left.
not going to be denying a plant here. And because they've come through sewers, they should avoid these trips for the most part. Plant going to be tapped, Paranoia sent out, Fault line as well. Hopefully
Spike
no one
planted.
walks into that
One
trip, but
enemy remaining.
okay, that's unfortunate. Just spammed down as soon as they got off the plant, and yeah, just numbers too oppressive for Schimimi to deal with. That one
Yeah.
kind of fell flat there.
Yeah, no, what a chaotic... it was an absolutely chaotic start to the round. Coven managing to grab the first couple of frags, but the Hunter's Fury finding one back as the spike will be... Don't worry, they haven't forgotten about the spike. They just want to make sure that the operator is going back into the hands of Carino, as he did manage to get... Sorry, she did manage to get that opening pick over towards long, and so we'll have to see if the same work can be achieved in this round, as it's going to be Schimimi who now called this timeout.
Yeah, I mean, interesting that they're calling it while being up in rounds. I mean, obviously it's kind of fallen off a little bit, but also definitely gonna be having a conversation around how they're gonna deal with this operator, right? It's basic map theory for Haven here, for the defensive side, especially if you're playing a jet, that you want to get that operator online, put them on C-Long, put them on A main, either or, honestly, and have them hold that down while you stack the rest of your team over towards B and C, and just trust that jet to hold that sightline. And clearly in that round, they couldn't quite deal with it. Obviously losing the first blood, like you said. So, yeah, I think even though they're ahead in rounds, now that that operator is in gameplay, I feel like this is a completely reasonable timeout just to make sure that they're holding on to their advantage at the half.
Here.
Yeah, it's going to be a low buy here. I believe only sheriffs and possibly an Ares in hand for the side of
Get out of my way.
Izana. The knives are going to come out, but they're walking straight into Carino's AWP, and she manages to pick up one. Radiant Rice looking for the dink, but not going to be able to find it as the push is starting to come in, and Schimimi are not slowing down.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta look to Az with the knives flying on in. She's hit some nice clips yesterday, and it looks like she's looking to continue that. A quick two-piece, taking out the opposing jet. Now we're gonna get that spike planted, but the Armageddon will deny it for now. Don't believe there was any salvos available, but still plenty of players left to fight this with. That drone actually was avoided, so the knife's still available, but the spam from Sonali. I don't know if she maybe saw them through a gap or if it was just luck there, but she's gone away and taken down the last two players of Schimimi.
Yeah, no, just they do manage to bring down the AWP eventually, but the post plant and I guess the anti-retake is just sort of not there. And as a result, Coven have managed to even up the game. And given what happened in the first 4 to 5 rounds, I don't think this is where a lot of people expected this game to be. Least of all Schimimi.
Yeah, I mean, like we've said, it's two teams that haven't lost a match and have been absolutely stomping teams in this best of one group stage. And I mean, you know, even though it's kind of gone back and forth a little bit, I mean, look at the score. It's 5-5, so it's definitely still anyone's game. Obviously, Schimimi fallen a little bit to the back foot here as far as, you know, having just had that small eco round, but now you got your guns, you're going back into things. And if we're looking at ultimates as well, I mean, it's relatively even, right? Neural theft for both teams, and From the Shadows, call it what it is, it's maybe not the most impactful ult as far as, like, on the defense, it's probably just a quick rotate, or maybe a get out of jail free card if you're in a Killjoy lockdown or something like that, but
yeah,
you know, this is still very much just a good old honest Valorant round where everyone's got rifles and it's anyone's game.
Indeed it is.
I think Sonali's position might be known by Rice just because she was walking through that cage. Oh, and there goes the op. That's an excellent opener for Schimimi. Carino just getting a little bit too over-eager.
For Cozy.
It wasn't cleared. I think she's going to get out as well, unless she gets chased down. Yeah, I think...
But look, but Radiant Rights has managed to find Sonali on the other side of the map, as now Sunny moves in towards this back side.
Yeah, but only 10 seconds to plant, and, well, Cozy's Sunny's on an island. She's gone down. Cozy was hidden the whole time, and falls as the timer goes down. I mean, it's a nice try, but I think Sunny just maybe got a little ahead of the rest of the team there. Got trapped in hell with the spike. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, no, but I also want to shout out Cozy on that round. Just getting massive work done from that Sewer's position. As they're the key reason that brings Coven over the line here. As Schimimi forced onto this low buy on this last round of the first half, and they're walking into Carino's AWP once again.
Yeah, I mean, I think Carino might have gotten the first blood for like the past, what, like 3-4 rounds? Like, it's ridiculous.
Could be 3, could be 4 rounds.
Yeah, as soon as she got that op in her hands, like, it's been quite formidable. So maybe a late round trip here for Barbie. I'm sure Rice would have heard that and maybe he's looking to clear it now. Yeah, there it goes. And they'll just get on out of there. Maybe look to reconsider towards B. They should be aware that there's at least a possibility of a trip. Although, as having popped that dash now over the top, not going to even go anywhere near it. quite get on top of the boxes. It's, well, there's another salvo kill to add to the list today.
Yeah, as I don't know what it is, but yeah, these higher caliber teams. I'm not sure if it's just the Tejo's placement being better, but it always seems to be the higher caliber teams that have games full of salvo kills. As I believe it was was it one of the VCT China games? I remember between two decently good teams in that region, and but yeah, just so many salvo kills coming through on both sides.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a fair few today, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, but
how long until that got nerfed, do you reckon? I mean, it was already nerfed a little bit to not destroy the KJO, as you mentioned last map, but
yes,
like, surely it's gonna
get nerfed again.
Yeah, it's gotta.
Now,
right?
okay. Yeah, look for me now. If I'm right now, obviously I do not have the years of experience designing Valorant that Riot has. But if I'm Riot, I would think that you might want to give Tejo the deadlock treatment, where you sort of switch over the salvos onto onto the non-signature ability, and to make the special delivery the signature instead.
Yeah, I reckon that would be pretty good.
A repeatable stun is not unreasonable, but hold that thought as the garage push is coming in, but Crinio's getting wrapped here by the side of Sunny, but Coven are going to be on the site. It's a 2v3 though, and the spike is going walkabout. They're not comfortable planting yet.
Yeah, but I feel like surely Schimimi have to be aware of this possibility. They're all staring at window. But I think Coven have found the perfect opportunity to rotate over to the A site. Undisturbed, going to throw a fake smoke back over towards C, but I think the rest of Schimimi is just a bit too far away to have heard it, so that spike will be going down on A, and I think perhaps some of those footsteps would have been heard too.
30 seconds left.
So now it's going to be up to Coven to hold on to this. You've got one player coming down the flank, down sewers, and the other two coming through CT, but it looks like Coven are aware of this. Both players pushing down. Contact has been made. Cloudburst at the feet, but it's not enough to keep Az alive. Down to a 2 versus 2 now. That dark cover, that's not on the spike, my friend. You got maybe just think about that one. Try and spend a little longer placing it next time. And let's actually know there is a little bit of space there, and it's going to be stuck all the way through.
They're not swinging!
No!
What? Shimimi! Sunny just slinks away with that round, and that is highway robbery.
I thought that
Last
smoke
player
wasn't
standing.
on. Oh wait, they did another one. They had 2 smokes. Yeah, I think she realized that she had missed the smoke, and if she hadn't done another one, there's no way that would have just happened.
Absolute heist of a round coming through from the side of Schimimi, and should they manage to convert this second round, we're going to be up to an even scoreline. And personally, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, I mean, we were hoping for a close game here, and it's delivering thus far. What a map to have it on as well, Haven. Tried and true map. Everyone loves a bit of Haven, except for the CS heads. They tend to not like it as much because of the 3 bomb sites. But hey, I mean, it's a classic one, right? And I love seeing this new versus old, Teo versus Sova, and as well as the Jets fighting it out. Reno got the opening, but immediately traded back by the better weaponry of Schimimi. And it's all down to Barbie. Had an excellent defensive half, but I mean, what do you do here? You don't have the luck going your way when you're the last player left with a classic. There's not a whole lot you can do.
Yeah, no, not much can be done there for the side of Coven as we move up to 7-7. And yeah, mostly full buy for the side of Coven. A Spectre onto the side of Snarly, but they're playing the Tejo. They don't need the assault rifle to be able to deal tons of damage.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like Teo's the sort of role where if someone's got to buy a little bit lighter, you got to give it to Teo, right? Because Teo, part of playing it is you have to stay alive to use that utility as much as possible, get the maximum value out of it. And so, yeah, I feel like that's completely reasonable.
Indeed, I would definitely agree there. But we see now Az and sorry, I can't quite figure out who that is, are going to be looking to make up for the fact that Sunny is missing. That was a paranoia thrown out, I want to say, towards the A site. But yeah, no joy to be found as Coven are playing so cautious as this clock just continues to tick down.
Yeah, I mean, they've definitely got the pressure of getting that first kill, so they know for a fact that Schimimi are going to have to spread the map and they won't have all their defenses on any one site. But they are going into the Cypher, trips around, cages to play in, and will they be able to get anything done? Rice swings out, finds the first, but only has a Spectre, so the trade does come through. Azana looking to get in on the action as well, but whiffing the Guardian shots, that should give an opening for Coven to plant this spike, and now a 2v4. How will they get back into this?
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, no, I think the answer is they won't, as it's a bit of a messy fight between Barbie and Ray QT, but Coven are going to manage to pick up the 8th round. That, though, was the bonus of Schimimi, and so now they're going to be moving in to that full buy. And that is an Odin in the inventory of Izana.
Oh boy. Round 4 Odin, that's the sort of thing where if you see it in ranked, that's an immediate tilter, but also not entirely unexpected of a Sova here on Haven. There's definitely some Odin cheese that can go down. Obviously some of that has been fixed over on Ascent, but there's definitely still some weird ones that can happen for those Sovas who do their homework. We'll have to see what happens, but it looks like there's a bit of B aggression here on this round.
There is, as Barbie now is looking, but they might be noted. The fight is taken, but Barbie wins it out. Anyway, grabs a second. Doesn't know about the third.
Hey, what? Slim, man.
Yeah, takes the fight, and Radiant Rice finally gets the trade.
2 for 1 there, not too bad. And with Ray QT evening the numbers, make that even, putting it in the advantage of Schimimi. Suddenly things are looking that much more doable. Dash past Carino, manages to find the kill. That Odin's not quite being able to get stabilized, and a bit of a team flash will give an opportunity for Coven to get back into this. Radiant Rice versus Cozy, 1 versus 1. Trip gonna be trying to stop that swing to come through. Half already on the spike. As chip damage goes through, both players on 1 HP. The swing comes out, and it's gonna be Cozy to claim it. 9-7 to Coven.
Yeah, no, a game of absolute inches in that particular scenario, but it's going to be Coven who end up coming out on top. And that might just be bad news bears for the side of Schimimi, as they're going to be forced onto an eco. Now a thrifty round required to prevent Coven from reaching double digits. And if they do, then the pressure's going to be on for Schimimi.
Yeah, absolutely. Salvos extended early from Coven over towards C and Garage, but don't think it's cleared all too much. Obviously it'll come back a little later. So we look to A main where the flank trip has just been broken, and Barbie swings out, grabs an opener once again. Honestly, first bloods are going the way of Coven over and over again, courtesy of Barbie, just really walking around and taking duels. She just keeps on getting 1v1s, and unfortunately the trade's just not quite there. Neither is the weaponry, as Schimimi have fallen on the C site.
Indeed they have. As now Cozy with this Odin, I believe stolen from the side of Izana.
Player standing.
And there's just no recourse for them. As Ray QT is going to make me look like a fool by just annihilating that annihilating the side of Cozy. And it's going to be Schimimi taking that timeout as they continue to just look at what they could potentially do to get themselves back into this game.
Yeah, I mean, really, we gotta find a way for them, if you're Schimimi, to start getting that opener. Maybe try and get an operator online for Az. And I mean, that's definitely something that's worth talking about as well, is that Az, they were a stunner player yesterday, but the performance has been a little bit lackluster here. So I'm hoping that they can step it up, maybe grab themselves an operator that might benefit them greatly on this defense. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, whether they want to go for a set play somewhere, I'm not sure. They're definitely taking control. It's not like they're not taking control, right? Like, they've pushed out of B before, they've pushed out of A, but they just keep on running into Rice, and they just can't kill her.
Yeah, no, they've just been unable to deal with her.
That goes there.
As Ultimate's relatively even here, the Hunter's Fury and the From the Shadows available, Rolling Thunder and the Blade Storm available for the side of Coven.
Here.
But we can see the Rolling Thunder one away for Ray QT as well. We're going to have to see if they're going to be able to get that, first, if they're going to be able to get that ultimate online, and second, if they're going to want to use it.
Yeah, well, they found the first blood, so that's a good start. Once again, just going for a contact out of B, but with the entire team almost. Really just leaving their Cypher on a bit of an island. Rice is ready and waiting. Oh, I've just realized I've gotten Rice and the Cypher and Coven mixed up. But either way,
Revealing area.
We all make mistakes.
yeah, it would be
Believe me,
nice if we had
believe
a nice overlay up, but unfortunately, it's just not always going to work.
As Cozy has managed to find Sunny, who was looking around. And will Ray QT be noted? Yes, they will. As now Sonali grabs a second. And suddenly this round has been absolutely flipped on its head.
Yeah, Schimimi maybe overstaying their welcome there. They got the opener. Maybe they could have just fallen back, but no. They have gone down, losing that
seconds
advantage, but Az is alive, waiting on the site. They found the first. That spike's not going to get planted anytime soon. They've dashed out undercover. But are they ready for Carino? Az is mopping them up on site. Unless Carino can do anything about this, you only have 12 seconds to play with to try and get the spike down, and you know where the opposition is coming from. But can you win it out?
Planted.
Updraft Blade Storm's available, but nothing's going to come through. Schimimi will bring it to 2 rounds separating us.
Yeah, an excellent retake from the side of Schimimi, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered. As, God, that big breach spray. I don't know how to feel about it. I'm gonna be real with you here.
Oh, I love those ones. The goofy ones are my favorite. I only use the goofy ones.
This
and
is,
the DFM
yeah,
spray.
This is fair.
Yes, this should do.
It's a matter of
Pardon me.
personal taste, but, you know. Regardless,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like at the moment, looking at the scoreboard, you'd kind of expect Coven to be absolutely wiping this. I mean, almost everyone on Coven has more kills than all of Schimimi. But somehow it's still a close game, so, you know, still could go either way, and it looks like Az is finally coming online here.
Yeah, they're gonna manage to find one with the Blade Storm. Cozy, though, finding one onto Ray QT. As Sunny's gonna find Carino. As this mid-aggression, so strong. The updraft is gonna spot the player, and Izana's gonna clean it up. And
Yeah,
Schimimi
great bait and
look like
switch.
in a commanding position to bring us over into a 10-9 scoreline.
Yeah, although I'm looking at this and now I'm a little concerned because, like, Sunny, who's going to trade them if she goes down, right? They're just playing on their own. They need to have fallen back, perhaps. As look, there she goes. Now it's a 2v3. Now you reckon maybe it's a little more winnable as Athena goes down as well. A great flashpoint from Fungi. I mean, this is falling apart. They needed to fall back, play together, play in pairs at least. It's a 4v2. We can't be losing this one.
No, we cannot. As here,
30
Bladestorm
seconds
at the ready.
Yeah,
He's
it's going to
gonna
be
get-
down to Az to hold this.
Yeah, that smoke though. Look at the gap in it.
Oh, what a shot.
Spike down. C.
It's all down to Fungi. Is it Fungi or Fungi? Who knows? We could talk about that
knows?
later, but the tap onto the spike
seconds
has spotted, and they've actually avoided this flank coming through, but also time is not on their side. They're forced to plant. They're all surrounded. As we'll find that
Yeah.
last kill, and Schimimi is creeping ever closer here, despite almost letting go of that 4v2.
Indeed, they have. As Schimimi.
We know more.
They were looking. It was looking rough for a second there, but Cozy messing up that dark cover. And yeah, the timeout is going to be called by the side of Coven, as they need to pick their game back up if they want to get back into this game.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it started off being that the constant contact aggression coming out from the defense was just getting shut down over and over again, but suddenly it seems at the flick of a switch, they've kind of just decided, let's double down and push everyone out, and it started to work out for them. That B push where they just all walk out together, they've gotten the first kill twice in a row now, managed to convert those rounds, and well, now for Coven, maybe you want to change things up a little bit, maybe go for a fast strat, like see if you can find out where they're pushing and just book it to the opposite side of the map. Could potentially work out for them, because oftentimes there's only one player anchoring any of these sites at any given time. But with that being said, Schimimi also had that chance to talk to their coach, and they might try and swap things up this round as well.
Yeah, as we see Radiant Rice with the classic Cypher setup as a Cypher player. Yep, we love that setup on Haven. One wire on long, one wire in garage. As he's gonna look for the to get the ult orb. Tagged up by the blades it's gonna slow him down as the fault line comes through. But no harm, no foul, apart from the one knife that I believe was connected with the body of the Jet.
Yeah, got away with some dangerous games there. I don't know if you necessarily needed to put your life on the line for that one ult orb when you're so far off the Bladestorm, but regardless, she's gotten away with it, and at the end of the day, it's just some utility and chip damage traded, and we're back to square one. I mean, we've left an Omen pushed up on A, and the rest of the team's re-exploring back towards mid. That dark cover is going to cut off any information on B.
Yeah, and actually, importantly, for the side of Schimimi, there are no more knives left in that Bladestorm, but Radiant Rice is going to be the one taking contact, but Sonali goes absolutely huge, grabbing two there and giving them the man advantage.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, and
Reduced
look at
down
that
to 30
look on the map.
HP, though.
Yeah, but that backstab, I fear that's going to be the round under wraps unless they're aware of it. Like,
Or they just end up getting ahead of it, as is going to find one, and that's going to be the sign for them to go. Cozy here, they're not known, but are they too late? The missile, the Tejo, though, is starting to come in. The missiles, the Armageddon to buy time, and the Omen now is known. The breach charge is going to hit onto Carino, and it's gone all wrong for Coven. A travesty of a round to lose with the in play, but not committed.
Yeah, I fear that was a classic caster curse there. I was thinking there's no way. You got the spike down, two players on long, one flanking. Like, surely you have that round. And it's like, yeah, that's just, I mean, unfortunate. I think they left someone behind on the site. they didn't last long, that's for sure. I mean, if there's anything that Schimimi
Yeah,
have
no.
shown is that when they're fighting together, they are formidable. And they just keep that fight going down to long, and then that flank just didn't quite get the right value.
It did not. Has now we've got an even scoreline. This round is going to be so important.
Yeah, Rolling Thunder invested. Rice is gonna get the hell out of there, and that spike should be planted, but look at the mini-map. So many players of Schimimi ready. looking to get
Rice.
back into this. Oh yeah, no smoke on CT. That's does not
It was
bode well.
it was a very brief window where there was no smoke, and Rice just manages to find the pick through. But now Sunny pushing out is going to go absolutely grabbing two in here from this flank. But now they're going to be put down in a 1v1. We've seen them win these before, but not today, as Coven's side hold is just too strong.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we wanted. A close game, and it is delivering. I mean, look at that from Barbie, 22 and 11. And this is what I was talking about before, right? Like, if you look at the scoreline, like, at least, like, the KDA and all the players, Coven are kind of in control of this game. They've got the lion's share of the kills. But there's only one round separating us. Like,
Yeah.
this is honestly kind of shocking to see. I mean, I feel like there wasn't that much saving or anything like that going on in the first half. So I'm not entirely sure how we've ended up in this position, but regardless, this is still anyone's game. And either we're going OT or someone's going to come away with a win in the next 2 or 3 rounds.
Yeah, maximum of 3 more. Yeah, 3 more rounds that we'll play before we enter overtime. As the read has been made as Schimimi are stacked up towards this B, and Radiant Rice grabs 2 in garage. He's gonna be shut down. Sunny, now that Singer not connecting, and Spike is most likely going to be able to go down as we move into a 2v3 retake.
Spike
Yeah,
planted.
great dart to come out, but it's not going to scan anyone. Coven ready for it. Managed to break it in time, as now they have to go for this retake out of garage, try and break this crossfire. But how do you get through when everyone's playing on site?
One
The
enemy
smoked off,
remaining.
the spam will come through, the stun as well. Yeah, I think Sunny might be caught, might be known. As how do you get out of this? A bit of a smoke to try and play with, pick up a better weapon, and I think you just saved this. Yeah, she's out of there.
Oh, that's a rough round to save because it's going to be Coven's match point, but there's just not much she can do. As Schimimi will have to fight to keep their undefeated record intact.
Match point.
Match point over to the side of Coven.
First match point. It's looking like Coven. They're going to be in the driver's seat, at least for now. 2 chances, and well, if they can bring it over the line, then they will be crowned the undefeated team of Group 1 going into playoffs. Both these teams we will be seeing again. Maybe even a rematch at some point. Never know.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful to see, because this has just been top quality Valorant from start to finish.
Yeah, and once again, Schimimi, they're just going for this push down mid. Stuck in a bit of a hard position. You gotta try and go for something. Cloudburst to stay alive, and she's still fighting. Pistols out, and she will fall.
And this might be the death knell for the side of Schimimi, especially with Radiant Rice not finding any kills there. It's going to be up to the side of Sunny
One
to go
enemy remaining.
absolutely huge, but Karina finds the first.
Yeah, this is it. Oh,
And
the
through the
spam.
smoke.
Attackers win.
Ah, what a rough way to finish. But in the end, it's going to be Coven taking the victory 13-10 over Shimimi in what was a barn burner of a game. That was some top quality Valorant right there.
Yeah, and I mean, if we're looking at the scoreboard now, honestly, when you look at the first bloods, Barbie and Carino doing an excellent job there. I'm honestly not surprised at that point. If anything, it was their game to lose when it came to that. They had the advantage so often. There was a few rounds that slipped away from them with some fairly heroic plays coming out from one side or the other, but hey, that will be all for today as we're going to wrap things up here for the Exto Athena series. We will be back next week on Friday with Group 2. So if you want to keep up with the action, see where these teams end up going and who they're going to be facing in the playoffs, well, make sure you tune in there. Massive thank you for Atro for joining me today. But we're going to be saying good night.
Thank you for bringing me along.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
It's been a blast.
Yeah, catch you guys next time, hopefully. Bye-bye.
Yeah, goodbye, everyone.